60 years ago, Dr. Martin Luther King spoke to a crowd of thousands while at the March on Washington, sharing a dream of equal rights for all.
Now, while there are some people who believe that the country as a whole has made strides toward equal rights for all, there are those who believe that those steps haven't been large enough. News 3's Danielle Seda tells us why.
In 1963, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. delivered his famous "I Have a Dream" speech in Washington, D.C. Historians and members of the NAACP say there has been progress here in the state of Virginia, so we asked them how much we've seen. Professor Robert Charles Watson with the History Department of Hampton University says the March on Washington was a pivotal point in American history.
Change is incremental. It happens, but it happens slowly.
Though Watson says the first wave of change came with the Civil Rights Act in 1964 and the Voting Rights Act in 1965. But over the years, there was a shift in progress.
Voter suppression has come back to be a part of the way the country is operating now. Women's rights, the rights of indigenous people, the rights of people who want to choose their sexual identity. All of those rights, I think, are being rolled back.
Gayleen Canoiden with the Hampton branch of the NAACP says she's lived in Virginia since 1978 and says the state has taken strides forward.
We were the 49th hardest state to vote in, and now we're the 11th easiest state to vote in. And that's due to several years ago when we had a legislator that were for the people and about expanding votes, expanding our rights. Criminal justice was expanded as well.
But there's also been steps backwards here.
Poverty, transportation, employment, all of the wraparound services that are needed, as they're not there to move people of color and underserved people forward.
Still, there is potential for MLK's dream to come true in the years ahead.
One of the things that will have to happen between now and the next 20 to 25 years is that the whole climate of the country is going to have to evolve to see positive change. And I think that's going to happen.
While Martin Luther King Jr. had the dream, the vision, and desire to create change in America, historians and advocates say it's up to us to make it a reality. In Hampton, Danielle Seda, News 3.